Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You want a sports degree that is beyond the game? A degree that immerses you from day one and launches you into the business side of sports. With a sports management major from IUPUI's School of Health and Human Sciences, you'll have insider access to sports professionals and will learn from faculty with years of teaching and industry experience. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sport industry career.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight, that's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time. To pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Mortgage Group. I've been teaching here at Greencastle for 13 years. I've been assistant coach also for 13 years. And I think it's important in today's world that we have young people growing up with the morals and values of faith-based education.
Hello, I'm Dwayne Thompson with Integrity Mortgage Group, and I support Garin Catholic High School because I'm good friends and business partners with assistant coach Tommy Mascari, and any chance I have to support a Christ-centered education for today's youth, I take advantage of that opportunity and support in any way I can with my time, effort, volunteering, funds, and commercials like these.
Together we soar.
Garin Catholic Sports on IndianaSRN,
where you're always in the game.
live here from the McAnally Center here in Greencastle, Indiana for a Tuesday night matchup, possibly a sectional preview here between the home team, the Greencastle Tiger Cubs, and the visiting North Montgomery Chargers here on IndianaSRN. And tonight's game is brought to you by the Morales Group. Building better futures one story at a time. Bertner Electric, your licensed and experienced electrician serving Central Indiana. IU Sports Management, a lifetime of sport with a winning degree. Piper Logistics, 3 services, 1 logistical solution. And lastly, Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown farm equipment dealer. I'm Ben Wood. Alongside me here is Greg Smith for this matchup tonight. The home team, Greencastle, still looking for that first win here on their home court. They're currently 0-5 this season, defending that home territory. On the other hand, North Montgomery, they're off to a great start this year, 11-6, 3-1 in their conference, and their head coach, Ryan Nupnow, is actually looking for his first winning season as a head coach with North Montgomery. Greg, what can we expect from these two teams tonight?
Well, it's going to be interesting. Both teams are really struggling a little bit this year. Greencastle just 2-14 on the season, conference record of 1-11, so they're coming off 2 straight losses, so they're really looking to turn it around tonight, hopefully. North Montgomery coming off 2 wins, so they've got a little bit of momentum rolling. They do have an 11-6 record this year, so it's going to be interesting to see who can just get it going and can really get the feel of the game and get something happening tonight.
Greencastle is led by their head coach, Doug Greenlee, in his first year under the helm, and they've got a handful of players that really kind of spread it around. No one they really rely on too much. Their leading scorer is the junior Emma Hunter at 10 points per game. What else can we look from their offense here from the Greencastle Tiger Cubs?
Yeah, it's going to be fun to kind of watch them tonight. They do shoot some 3-pointers. They don't shoot tons of them, but they do shoot some. So again, as you mentioned, Emma Hunter in their last game, she had 10 points. They've got their other person, Reagan Chavez, averages 8 per game. So their last game, I'm sorry, she had 8. She averages about 4. So they've got a couple other scorers averaging around 5 to 6 points. So we'll just have to see if they can really pass it around. I think the key is going to be just watching the ball go in the basket and hopefully limiting turnovers and get some rhythm going early.
Yeah, we've mentioned offensively these two teams aren't the highest scoring around the state of Indiana, but 2 evenly matched teams, it looks like, offensively, with North Montgomery averaging 38 points per game and then Greencastle right behind him at 30. We look over at the Chargers, and they kind of have the same deal. They spread it around a little bit, but their main focus on the offensive end, getting it done this year, is the senior Katie Rice. She's averaging 15.5 points per game and also 10.5 rebounds. What have you seen from her this year that you've liked?
Yeah, she's just looked really, really good. The last game that I had any stats from was from the North Putt game, which is a couple games ago, and she just lit it up and had 25 points in that game. So she's clearly the person they're going to be looking to. I think Lydia Dugard and Piper Ramey are going to have good games as well. They're going to have to score to get that passed around, because you can assume that the Greencastle coaching staff saw the last highlights from Katie Rice, and they know they're going to need to stop her tonight. So North Montgomery is going to need somebody else to step up.
Yeah, a lot of focus is going to be around Rice. It seems like she gets most of her damage done around the rim, so we might see some double teams, maybe some extra attention, fronting her in the post, making sure that it's not easy to get the ball down there. But for Greencastle, you mentioned some 3-pointers are probably going to have to get knocked down here, as they seem to be the better team from outside compared to North Montgomery, who only averages 16% from behind the arc. And I think if you're Greencastle too, you're going to have to knock down some shots here if you're going to want to get your first win on your home court.
Yeah, they really need to get that, and I'm sure they're feeling they feel that pressure. And it's interesting, as you look back the head-to-head between these two teams, Greencastle has won the last 6 head-to-head matchups, which is interesting. And yet, they're really struggling this year with that 2-14 record. So they're going to have to really try to kick it in. Hopefully they can see the ball go in the hoop early and get their footing and really get some good things going tonight.
We're going to step away here for the first time here on IndianaSRN, but when we come back, Greg will have his keys to this game, and if North Montgomery has any luck here, they're going to have their first win against Greencastle in the last 7 matchups. So don't go anywhere here on IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game. Back here, we're live from the McAnally Center here on IndianaSRN. I mentioned we alluded to what North Montgomery and Greencastle are going to have to do well in this game, but let's start first with the Chargers here, the visiting team. Greg, what specifically will this team have to do if they want to come out here with their first win in the last 7 matchups between these two teams?
Well, I think they're just going to have to do what they've done this year so far. They're going to have to make sure that they score, try to get the scoring equalized a little bit, and not relying just on Katie Rice to carry them, and not turn the ball over. If they can limit the turnovers and if they can spread the scoring around just a little bit, I think they're going to have a really nice shot. They're going to need to, again, if they increase their three-point shooting percentage just a little bit, although they don't take a lot of them every game, but matter of fact, they had no three-pointers in their last game. So, but I think just try to equalize the scoring a little bit and not have it all coming from Katie Rice and limit the turnovers. That's going to be their key this time.
And then for the home team, Greencastle, we've kind of touched on them as well. What will they have to do specifically here on both ends to come out here with their first win on their home court?
Yeah, and I think for them, it's really going to be the same thing. They've got to get scoring from a lot more people and not just Emma Hunter carrying the load. Limit turnovers, see the ball go in the basket early, and I really think that that's going to help them get some rhythm. Try not to get too many fouls going early, and just settle in and see if they can't put a nice game together here tonight.
The Tiger Cubs, we mentioned Doug Greenlee at the helm, his first season as the head coach, as assistants Samantha Call and Jessica Lenahan helping him out. Tiger Cubs currently sit at 2-15 on the season. They are 1-12 in the Western Indiana Conference. I've seen that Western Indiana Conference. It blows me away how many teams are in that conference. I believe there's about 15 of them or so. So that's a big conference there. On the other side, North Montgomery has Ryan Nupnow under the helm in his 8th season with the team. He currently sits at 59-116 in his career with the Chargers. He also is helped out by Bailey Carpenter, the assistant coach, and they are currently 11-6, having a great season so far by North Montgomery's standards, and 3-1 in the Sagamore Conference. I believe that is tied for 3rd, so they have a chance at winning out that Sagamore Conference. They've got a couple more conference games left, so we'll see if that will happen as well. We mentioned these two teams kind of offensively match up well together, as North Montgomery averages 38 points per game. They only allow 39 points per game. On the other side, Greencastle averages 30 points per game, but they allow 45, so that maybe is where we can see a difference in this one as we get ready to step away here one final time. And we mentioned Greencastle still looking for their first win at home. They've lost their first 11 games, so they were off to a rough start this year, looking to kind of turn things around. They've got 5 games left this season. We'll see here tonight if this starts them off with a good run to end their season heading into the postseason. I mentioned that this broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, video, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. So we'll step away here as the anthem is getting ready to play here on IndianaSRN. Don't go anywhere.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, We can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Back here on IndianaSRN, remember to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN as we get ready for the start here as the starters are being introduced. The starters for North Montgomery tonight are number 15, Maddie Welsh, the senior, number 20, Hadley Broadwater, the senior, number 31, Katie Rice, also a senior, number 33, Lydia Dugard, a senior, and number 50, Piper Ramey, the freshman. On the other side for the home team, Greencastle will be putting out their starting five, and it consists of the following. Number 5, Reagan Chavez, the senior. Number 11, Anna Zellers, also a senior. Number 14, Evelyn Briones, the sophomore. Number 24, Emma Hunter, the junior. And number 20, Maddie Plew, the sophomore, as we get ready for the tip here. Any final thoughts here, Greg, before we get started?
No, I think it's going to be a real interesting matchup. North Montgomery comes out with a very experienced 3 seniors starting, so we're going to see what if that plays into this at all. But Greencastle, they want to get it tonight, so let's see how they're mentally ready to go and if they really want to get this win.
As we get set here for the tip at the McAnally Center here in Greencastle, Indiana, and that tip is won by North Montgomery. We get underway here. Looks like Greencastle comes out in a little bit of a zone action look here, maybe a 1-3-1 zone. Quick turnover going the other way here for the Tiger Cubs. Inbounding will be Chavez. Bringing up the ball is Briones, the sophomore, averaging 5 points per game, also 3 rebounds as well. Looks like some man-to-man defense here from the Chargers. Chavez swings it over to Briones. Back up top, looking for some action down low. Not too much movement down there. They're looking to move this ball outside. Good drive, but is blocked away there by Katie Rice. We mentioned she has good presence around there down low and gets a block. Chargers with it the other way, looking to get it free throw line extended. Ramey, good pass over to the corner. Good skip pass. That's exactly what they're looking for. Moving that ball against the zone. Easy lay-in there for Rice.
North Montgomery basket by number 31, Katie Rice. She's going to be a presence down there tonight for sure.
And hopefully for her, she's looking to get a bunch more easy like that. They don't get much easier than that.
No.
Tiger Cubs looking here for their first bucket on the night. Blue swinging it back over to Zellers. Zellers over to Emma Hunter, the junior, averaging 10 points per game. Leads all scorers for the Tiger Cubs. Plouffe thought about the shot. Gets it back to Hunter. She drives all the way around the lane. Good kick out find, and a 3 goes down for Briones.
Playing a tight man-to-man there, so that's what they're going to have to do is use that swing pass or that skip pass out and really try to get the defense on their heels there, and that's exactly what they did for that three-pointer in there.
Now a long 2-point shot there from the corner off the mark from Rice. Good rebound there by the Tiger Cubs. And Greg, you mentioned the three-point line is going to be a big key here for the Tiger Cubs if they want to create some separation.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to. They definitely shoot more of those than the Chargers do, so we'll see what they do. Nice interior pass.
Just off the mark there was Hunter from point blank. That was a nice backdoor cut. She had to get the ball on the block, but just couldn't connect. Now back to that far side corner. Good skip out there. So we see the shot go up and no good, but a quick rebound there by Dugard, and she is fouled.
On Greencastle's Emma.
Foul's going to go against Hunter. So we'll take a look back at this first bucket. Just great ball movement against the zone. Good skip pass there, gets it into Rice. She's money from the right side. Dugard at the line, able to connect on her first.
For North Montgomery, number 24,
Some early substitutions coming in here. Player we thought maybe would get the start tonight in Jadalyn Phillips, the junior. Dugard's second free throw, too strong off the back iron as Chavez comes down with it. Chavez with it up top, swings it over to Briones. Now another three coming here for Hunter as she connects. Now 2 for 2 from the three-point line are the Tiger Cubs.
Nice ball movement, got it out there, and she just put it up.
Another turnover here for the Chargers. That is their one glaring issue that stood out to me. They averaged 22.5 turnovers a game.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a problem. They're in the turnover just the other way now.
As freshman was able to come up with the steal. Quickly bringing it up the court is Plouffe as they look to reset things here against this zone. Good cut and find there. Again, good ball movement, but shot way off the mark, and Chavez comes up with the rebound. She slows things up, swings it over to Zellers, now in the corner. Hunter thought about it, pulls it back out. Free throw line jumper off the mark, and Dugard with the rebound. Chargers looking to swing it around the key. Welsh looking to get the ball into the paint. Can't do so. Looks like we've got a tie-up over there in the far corner. Ball's going to change hands here and go the Tiger Cubs' way.
Another turnover. That's 3 on them, so they're going to have to really try to watch that, keep those turnovers to a minimum.
Yeah, and it's not like really the Tiger Cubs are speeding them up or really creating too much pressure. It's just been, they've been a little loose with the ball here early on. Probably something we'll look to see them clean up here as the game goes on. Another three-point shot, and that one is up and good from Briones, her second of the game.
They are definitely looking to put those in.
Shooting at 100% mark so far. They average 27% from behind the arc on the year. Active hands on the defensive side. Ball will stay with the Chargers.
It's been interesting to watch. Greencastle has looked at that three-pointer several times and looked like they were going to shoot it and pulled it down, but yet they're 3 for 3 from those now.
Yeah, they're waiting for the right shot, and all of them have been open, good looks against this defense. So if you're Coach Greenlee, you'll take that every time. Welsh with it up top. Good movement here from the Tiger Cubs on the defensive side of the ball. Welch driving right side, gonna pull this one back out.
It's like Greencastle's in a 2-3 zone, and North Montgomery's really struggling trying to figure out how to get it in there. They need to try to get it in to the post and see if they can't play some inside-out ball. Turnover there.
Yeah, they were looking to go short corner. Another turnover. Those active hands are coming up with a lot of steals here early on in the first quarter. Good skip pass. Another three coming. The first miss from behind the arc, and that one, Hunter left it a little bit short. Good find on the far side. That's going to be a deep two off the mark. Another rebound here for Chavez. She's got 2 so far. Looking to get the ball down low. That's Plu trying to go to work. She kicks it back out. Good ball fake. And an even better shot by Briones. She's on fire here in this first quarter. 9 points for the Tiger Cubs.
That's 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. 30-second timeout.
Coach Nupp now is going to take that one here. We'll take another look at it, Greg.
Just nothing but net there.
Yeah, good shot fake and a little bit of a step back there for Briones. This game is brought to you by Serenity Care Services. They are an Indiana licensed service agency. We are a friendly, experienced team of caregivers you have been seeking. Call Angela today at 317-900-6202. Serenity Care Service, serving Indianapolis and the 5 surrounding areas. Well, Greg, we're sitting here with a pretty big lead here for Greencastle. 12-3 start here in the first quarter. We're about halfway through in this ball movement.
Great ball movement, got it into the post, and then kicked it right back out for that wide open three, and she is just lighting it up tonight. 3 for 3 from beyond the arc.
And Briones only a 31% three-point shooter on the year, but she's their girl when they're looking to get a shot behind the arc. She leads them in three-point attempts. So she's got it going here early, and they go right back to where it all started. Getting the ball into Katie Rice. Nice lay-in there from the right side.
And that's going to be the key. They're going to have to try to find the center of that and get down low.
Under 2 to play here in the first quarter. You can see Tiger Cubs with a nice lead here by 7, getting all of it done from behind the three-point line. Sellers looking to go down low, takes her defender off the dribble, gets it right back.
Thought about it again from outside. Seeing a fair amount of movement. People are really moving around.
Yeah, they've got some good actions on the handoffs. Looks like they've got girls cutting towards the basket, looking for those open lanes. Chavez with it here in the corner. Good drive and take as she is met at the rim by Rice. I believe that one's going to be on Rice. A little bit too much body there on the contest. Two shots coming here for Reagan Chavez, the senior. Chavez on the year averaging just under 5 points per game. As she can't connect on the first. Chavez also a soccer player. I remember seeing her on the pitch earlier this fall for the Greencastle soccer team. Oh for 2 from the line, and Ramey comes down with the rebound. Able to give it over to the timeline. Back to Welch up front. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Looks like we've got a 3-second call.
It's one you don't see called very often.
Nope, ref was looking for it. I believe that was Katie Rice hanging out there too long. And it's even kind of weird that you see it against the zone. Usually the post players are pretty active moving around down there. She was just kind of not paying attention there. I'm sure that won't happen again from her. She's a very smart player. She'll learn from that mistake.
Yeah.
So 30 seconds here. We'll see if Tiger Cubs are going to hold it. And before I can even get that off, they fire up a shot. Quick rebound coming the other way. Now is Duger with it. So now we'll see if the Chargers decide to hold for that last shot. And before I can even get that off, another running floater.
Now I think we're going to hold for a shot.
10 seconds to go here from the McAnally Center. Reagan Chavez from 3. Left it just a little bit short. So that ball is going to trickle out of bounds. Good box out there from Welch on the weak side.
Yeah, it was interesting. After Chavez shot that, she looked over at the coach and went, "Oh, my bad." They had been hollering to hold for the last.
So under 5 to play here. We'll see if the Chargers can get a shot up Looks like we have a tie-up. No, it traveled. So 2 turnovers now here from Rice here in this last minute or so in the first quarter, and that gives North Montgomery 5 in the quarter. We mentioned they averaged over 22 a game, so they're looking to keep right up with that average. Under a second here as they're just going to throw this one in. And as we head to break, Greencastle leading here over North Montgomery 12-5 here on IndianaSRN. Don't go anywhere. Second quarter action coming your way next.
At this time, we would like to recognize the corporate sponsors for the
See that quick
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Back here on IndianaSRN, we've got second quarter action just moments away. And Greg, you kind of alluded to this before the game started. Greencastle was going to have to do well from behind the arc, and they did exactly that.
They are indeed. I think they've had 4 out of 5, I believe, if I'm right. I know they've made 4, and I think they've only missed 1, so really impressive there. And we've got a tie-up. Nope. Be able to hold on to it.
North Montgomery starts with the ball. Shot there from Rice, too strong off the glass. Quickly with it is Briona. She had 3 of those triples in that first quarter. But Greg, does it concern you at all that they weren't able to get anything inside? All their points came from beyond?
Yeah, I think they're going to have to really work on that. Although when you're hitting like that, I guess you ride that as long as you can, but I think they're really going to have to try to figure out how to get inside as well, because I don't think they're going to keep shooting that kind of high percentage from beyond the arc.
A little bit of pressure there from the sophomore Pugh. 3-point shot. Can't connect. Almost a save there from Rice as she goes flying out of bounds, but it's Greencastle coming the other way. Zellers down low to Plu. She kicks it back out as they're going to reset things here. About a minute into this second quarter. Chavez with it on the left side. Looking to attack, but she shuffles those feet, so this is going to go the other way.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to get it in there. They've had that kind of loop around dribble a couple or 3 times now, and they've been able to put up a couple shots, but just have not gotten anything to fall yet.
If they're looking for that kind of dribble, handoff, weave action to get some things open, and it looks like they've been able to get some shots on the weak side of that, resulting from some of that action. Still looking for our first bucket here of the second quarter. That's Gaskin, the junior, with it in the corner. They go down low to the freshman. We're going to have 2 shots, I believe, coming North Montgomery's way. So that foul goes against Zellers, her first.
Foul on number 11, Anna Zeller.
So it is indeed the freshman Ramey at the line. 55% free throw shooter on the season. She knocks that one down for her first points of the night. Great to see the freshman getting some time here along the other starters who I believe were all seniors here tonight. She goes 2 for 2 for her first trip to the line. Hunter wide open. Do not want to leave the leading scorer open, and she makes the Chargers pay there.
It's that same kind of skip pass around the perimeter, and then just standing wide open.
Ball in the corner as Gaskins looking for that skip pass. Active hands there by Zellers. Good to see She's staying aggressive there after just picking up that foul. So the Chargers look to swing things around, get it into Ramey. Free throw line extended. Good cut and find there to get Ramey a basket from the right side.
That's what they're going to have to do, is try to get that down to her.
And so far, every bucket for North Montgomery coming from that right side block.
Yep.
Good ball screen there as they get it over to the far side to Briones. We mentioned also had the hot hand in the first quarter. Hunter looking to work against this defense, takes it right at Ramey before pulling it back out. Good backdoor cut and finish at the rim for Chavez.
Beautiful pass in there.
Just a great find and even better concentration to finish that over the taller defender. See 17-9 the score here from Greencastle. Home team leading, looking to get their first win on their home court of the season. 0-5 in their last attempts. Ball going to stay here with the Chargers.
We talked about Greencastle wanting that first home win. They are definitely the more aggressive team right now. They're diving on the floor for those balls and really, I think, just playing a little bit harder than North Montgomery is right now.
Yeah, you can definitely see that, Greg. They're using their hands, getting up there, pressuring the ball handlers, making sure there's no easy outlet pass as we find an inside-out look here off the mark. And Walsh misses that one from a lot. We've seen a lot of attempts from beyond the arc here so far from North Montgomery, and a lot of them haven't even come close. Quickly the other way with it is Zellers attacking the defense. She's going to go to the line for two. Looks like that foul, I believe, is on Phillips. Phillips picks up her first, so Zeller's going to head to the line for the first time tonight. Zellers, the senior, averaging 5 points per game.
Into the game for the Chargers, number 20, Hadley.
Take a look back at this three here from Hunter. Looked like Welsh was just sagging too low on that backside help and wasn't able to get out to the shooter.
Yeah, that quick pass over there.
Good hustle here again.
Yep.
Another play where Greencastle just seems to want it more. They earned another possession here. Hunter to trigger the inbound. Quick shot there off the glass and in. So we get some early action there from Allie Dobbs.
Don't know if she called that, but we'll say that it's going to count anyway.
Banks open late tonight.
There you go.
Lead now 20-9. Skip pass,
Nice.
not enough on it. Active hands there from Zellers, and she's been aggressive on this defensive side of the ball. So a phenomenal start here from Greencastle. Considering they only have 2 wins on the season, you can just tell they're hungry. They want this one more so far.
They are definitely playing more aggressive.
You can see there as that comes back to bite them just a little bit. Dobbs, the freshman, getting into this one just a few moments ago, picks up her first foul. I think we're going to have a timeout, I believe, here from Greencastle. We'll see if it's a full or a 30-second.
It is a full timeout.
Full timeout. We'll step away here on IndianaSRN. We'll be right back.
Montgomery, number 31.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page. You can watch games live as they're happening, or my favorite part is you can go back and watch them on demand here. And this might be one that we'll see North Montgomery go back and watch, because they've just been very stagnant coming out of the gate here in the first half.
Yeah, it's just a little sleepy coming out. I don't know if they just stayed up a little too late last night or just don't want it as bad. I think Greencastle is really hungry tonight, and they've come out on fire.
Could have also been maybe one of those situations where they look at Greencastle's record and just assume maybe we don't have to give this 100% effort and still go out there and get the win. Is out of the timeout, they get a quick bucket. That one's Maddie Welsh getting her first points on the night. But Greencastle, they're looking for that first home win. They're going to come out here and do whatever they can to try and make that happen. Another three, and it goes down. This time, Anna Zeller is getting in on the action.
They are definitely just looking for that three-pointer today.
Under halfway to go here in the second quarter. And Greg, I don't want to jinx anything, but this is the best three-point shooting showcase I have seen, boys or girls side, so far this season. They're on fire.
Yeah, I have not seen anything this high as you just watched that one go in again. It was, I mean, they're averaging 53 there off the mark, just off the back iron.
Yeah, they've already made 6. I think they've only missed 2 of them so far. And another one here coming from Zellers. Of course it's going in.
Yeah, this is just incredible shooting. I mean, they normally, you know, when you look at their overall percentage, they usually shoot about 27%. And tonight they've only missed 1.
Another shot off the back iron, rebound to Zellers. This lead is now up to 15 for the Tiger Cubs, and they are rolling. Another three-pointer, why not? Why not?
Oh, my.
There is nothing that North Montgomery can do to slow this down as Hunter connects on another one, as we have a timeout here from Coach Nupp now.
North Montgomery timeout, it is a full.
And it's a full. They're going to talk this one over. We'll be right back here on IndianaSRN.
Another corner right there it is. Wow. Unbelievable.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
It's raining threes here at the McAnally Center. We just saw before the timeout, Greencastle hit their 8th three-pointer of the first half, as the Chargers looking for an answer here on the offensive end. Shot fake there by Dugard. Looks like there's going to be a foul against the Tiger Cubs,
Greencastle foul on number 2, Allie Dobbs.
as Dobbs is going to pick up her second.
Number 20, Maddie Blue.
So we'll see here. Dobbs is going to get a quick breather, as she just came in a few moments ago and picked up that second foul. Back into the game is the sophomore Plew. So they get the ball in the Ramey. Good skip pass there. And they're going to reset things here. Welch at the top. 2.5 to play here in the first half. Pass just not there, as Chavez is able to come up with the easy steal.
Looking for that interior pass.
Zeller's good attack. Floater over the taller defender, as she's kind of caught in fire here in this second quarter. That is now her 9th point. Looks like we might have a travel, and we do. Ramey got tangled up with a few defenders. Their 6th turnover of the night.
Well, and one of the things we talked about was spread that scoring out, and Greencastle is, not only are they on fire with threes, but they're doing it with a lot of different people. And when they do that, you see, 31-11 here all of a sudden, up 20 points.
Yeah, it's been an impressive showing here on their home floor. And like you said, they're not relying on one player. That makes it even harder for North Montgomery to kind of hone in and kind of draw this back.
Yeah, they've got 2 or 3. Push that left arm out there. She got out there just a little aggressive and extended that left arm.
It's going to be Hunter's second foul of the game. Maybe this will give some momentum here North Montgomery's way, and they can finish on a high note here and try and chip into this deficit here. But we were not expecting this kind of game here from Greencastle. We thought this would be a close defensive battle. These two teams kind of trading possessions here throughout the night, and that has not been the case.
Yeah, and with North Montgomery, you just can't afford to have a turnover like that right there. They really need to go down and get some shots if they're going to get back in this game.
That's now back-to-back turnovers for the Chargers. So we're going to see here, Greencastle happy, taking their time here to get this ball over and get the offense set up. Chavez looking to work to the defense. Shot fake there from Plu. Hunter trying to attack as they pull it back out.
Definitely trying to get inside there, but they're also very willing to pull it back out and reset.
They've only had 3 two-point field goals made in this entire first half. Everything else besides a single free throw has come from beyond the arc. Now under a minute to play here in the first half. Hunter gets the ball back to Zellers. She's going to pull this out and reset. Now they're looking to kind of have looks like 4 players up top. She takes it right at the defense. And that is another offensive foul as Hunter kind of lost her footing there, and they call a charging foul against her. So that's going to kind of be interesting to watch here in the second half. That's now her 3rd foul.
Yeah, her 3rd, team 6, so they're going to have to really watch. We've got just 30 seconds, so not going to have to worry about the bonus, but with her having 3, that's going to be a problem.
We've mentioned Hunter's their leading scorer at 10 points per game. Chargers looking for an answer here on the offensive side of the ball, and this is where it comes back to bite them as Chavez is going to pick up a foul.
Greencastle foul on number 5.
Should let them go to the line, scoring points with the clock not moving. That's what they're going to need to do to try to get back in this.
Katie Rice at the line, one of the best free throw shooters on the team. Mentioned the senior having a great season, averaging 15.5 points and also 10.5 rebounds as she connects on the first. And she's been quiet in this one as well. She had that first bucket for North Montgomery and then didn't really have too many other looks throughout the first half.
Yeah, she just had 4 in that first half and just 2 in the second quarter, or the first quarter, and then 2 in the second quarter. So definitely going to need to get her going.
10 seconds to play here from the McAnally Center. Zeller's going to pull this one back out. 5 seconds to play. You're going to have to get a shot up here. We'll see what they do with it. Brianna's throwing it up. Can't connect as we get ready to head to half here. Greencastle leading 31 to 13 over North Montgomery. We're going to step away here for our halftime show, but when we come back, we'll have Greg's keys to the second half. Don't go anywhere here on IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
Silos in the area have become canvases for an international artist. The artist is working sun up to sundown in Greencastle, Indiana.
On News 10 First at 5, we told you community support and grant money helped make the work possible. Well, now, new for you tonight at 6, News 10's Tilly Marlatt explains the meaning behind the giant creations.
Andre Krutzu is from New York City. He is best known by his artist name, Key Detail. He has completed murals all over the world. Now he is leaving his mark on Putnam County. It's all on display at the intersection of US 231 and Veterans Memorial Highway.
8,000 square feet, and I think it's one of my biggest projects till now.
He is freehanding the entire project using spray paint.
Started off by gridding all the silos, doing some sketching with the acrylic marker, which you can kind of still see on the unfinished silo, and we've been really pleased and impressed with how quickly he's working.
Wednesday marks day 10 of the project. Organizers expect only a few more days before the project is complete. Inspiration comes from across the county.
And we asked the community to provide input on content and style. And so we had people vote on their favorite choice of murals, of artwork as examples. And then they described Putnam County in one word.
Nature is at the core of the project design. The bald eagle is a symbol of American strength. The cow is a representation of the agriculture industry throughout the county and state. The violin is a nod to the School of Music at DePaul University. The final silo will display a covered bridge and white-tailed buck. It's all a collaboration between the community and artists.
Really important to engage with local community because they are going to see these murals every day and it's going to be part of their life.
Work that will represent the area for years to come. In Greencastle, Indiana, I'm Tilly Marlatt, News 10.
That was simply stunning.
Absolutely
artwork there.
gorgeous.
Beautiful. Well, a block party is scheduled for September the 29th to celebrate that beautiful artwork.
I can't wait to see it.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks. Shh, we're trying to hear. Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo!
You saying I did?
We're getting ready for another big night of Operation Football, and a lot of fans we know will be tuned in to see their favorite teams.
Yeah, you know, live streaming of high school sports has really taken off recently, partly because of safety concerns since the pandemic. I recently discovered Central Indiana's largest high school sports webcaster has chosen a rather unique remote location as its broadcasting headquarters. When you think Indiana high school football, you think this. But you're probably not envisioning this. So where are we sitting right now?
We're sitting in this beautiful Scottish Rite Cathedral downtown Indianapolis.
And why are we here?
This is the studios of IndianaSRN.
At the 38-yard line, and coach, that is a big first down at this point in the game.
IndianaSRN claims to be Indiana's largest webcaster of high school sports.
I founded this in 2008.
We'll broadcast about 336 games a year.
We're everywhere.
We do more games than anybody.
Grandmas love us because they love to see their grandchildren.
If you've got internet connection, you can get us.
This season, the nearly 100-year-old Scottish Rite Cathedral downtown is the IndianaSRN broadcasting studio for 3 different local high school football games every Friday night.
Well, I'm a member here.
You told him that you'd be doing games from the Scottish Rite Cathedral. What was his response?
Wow, we can get in that building?
COVID forced IndianaSRN out of their on-location broadcasting booths last season.
We were in different locations, different arenas, different gymnasiums every week, and the ADs came to us and said, look, we got to clear the building. We're not allowed to have more than the players in here. We can't have you guys in here. So we said, well, we'll bring one guy. All we need to do is put a camera on the field along with a crowd mic, and we ship that signal back through the internet to this beautiful building. And then we add play-by-play announcer, we add a color announcer, and we produce and put graphics on.
And that remote location format actually ended up working out better.
In the old days, Carlos, we'd get a call from Covenant Christian, and we'd have to race across town to get them on the air. Now, when I have 3 different teams within 30 feet of each other, If we got a problem, I can easily solve that.
The Scottish Rite Cathedral has no specific religious affiliations. It's home to the Freemasonry fraternal organization. But the guys running IndianaSRN believe there is a higher power on their team.
It's been a blessing. This is a beautiful environment to walk into and to work into.
I mean, it's a $200 million building. I joke that we have the most expensive studios in the state of Indiana, probably more than yours.
Go. IndianaSRN says the main advantages of broadcasting from the Scottish Rite, the size of the facility and the security of its gated parking lot. And this weekend, IndianaSRN takes their coverage to the next level. They're going to be webcasting their first ever college football game. They'll be calling that game on location, by the way, so they won't be in the Scottish Rite. But it's just one of those things where you don't think football in the Scottish Rite, but it provides them with a great facility because it's so big.
Yeah. I love that he says that grandmas love it because they can catch a game where I know my grandma would really like that one too, for sure.
I love watching their coverage because I'm a Covenant Christian fan, okay? Class A. You know, we would never get this kind of coverage, even radio coverage, but these games are televised, like the game you were showing was Heritage and Covenant Christian, and so you can watch those at home if you can't make it to the game. You'd never have that opportunity before.
You can go to WTHR.com for a link to the IndianaSRN website.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Back here at half from the McAnally Center here in Greencastle, Indiana, and it's the home team on top, 31-13 over the North Montgomery Chargers. I'm Ben Wood. Next to me is Greg Smith. And Greg, that was an entertaining first half to say the least. It was raining threes. It seemed like Greencastle could not miss.
Yeah, that was one of the most fun halves I've seen, boys or girls, as far as just I mean, everything they were putting up was going in. And as we talked about before the game, the key was going to be to spread it around. And as you look at the Greencastle team, I mean, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 of their players have scored, and they've kind of passed it around. In the first quarter, Evelyn Briones got really hot, and then in the second quarter, Anna Zellers and Emma Hunter both got really going. So it's been fun, and exactly what we talked about is exactly what they're doing. And they're got a big, nice lead in this game. And as you look at them there on the bench, they're having fun, and they're really into it tonight.
And you love to see that from a team that hasn't had the most success this year. For them to be able to come out and do that has to kind of take some weight off their shoulders and kind of remind them probably why they're playing this game in the first place. So that's awesome to see for the home team. And on the other side for North Montgomery, they struggled a little bit. They were stagnant, had some problems with turnovers there in the first half. What do you think head coach Ryan Nupnow said to his team at the break?
Well, I think for sure they've got to decrease the turnovers. They had 7 or 8 turnovers in that first half, and they really, I think, are going to have to try to get that ball in low. To try to get some more scoring down low. That's where they usually get it. And, the last game, Katie Rice had 25. She averages 15, and tonight she's got 6. And 2 of those came from the free throw line. So I think they're really going to have to try to work it down into her on the low post to see if she can get some easy buckets.
So as we get ready to start the second half here from Greencastle, we want to remind everyone that tonight's game is brought to you by the IHSAA Foundation. Subscribe to their newsletter, The Advocate, at IHSAAfoundation.org. Thanks to the IHSAA Foundation for what they're doing for our student athletes. It's going to be the home team here taking out the ball to get started here in the second half. Emma Hunter back in the game. We mentioned she had 3 fouls, picked up 2 of them late in that second quarter, so that'll be an interesting thing to watch here as she's one of their key offensive players.
Yeah, she definitely seems to kind of get things rolling on that offense, and if she's got the fouls there, she's going to have to watch it. When she picked up that third one down low there at the end, that was a hurt. I think potentially could hurt them.
So they're moving against this man-to-man defense, a high arcing shot, and now who gets in on the action? Maddie Plew, who went scoreless in the first half.
2-point basket by number 20, Maddie Plew.
So now I believe every player that has came into the game for Greencastle has scored. Quick rebound and put back there by Rice. We mentioned she's going to have a big second half if they want to get back into this one.
Yeah, exactly what we were talking about. Try to get some buckets into her.
Zeller's looking to reset up top. Gets it back to Plew, who just scored from that same spot.
Thought she was going to take it again.
Looking for maybe a little bit of a heat check, but she pulls it back out. And Coach Greenlee also had to tell this team, hey, we don't have to look for a shot here in the second half. You can pull it out, take our time, because as you see, they've got almost a 20-point lead. And they're going to fire another 3.
And she makes
nothing but net. Briones with their 4th three-pointer of the night.
Just unbelievable shooting we're seeing here tonight.
And the crazy thing is, too, I don't think any of them have hit the rim. They've all been straight through.
Indeed.
As we'll get another look at it here, she pulls it back out. Just a quick give and go there. You like to see the action.
Nothing but net. As Plew just picked up her first foul. Nice deflection on the inbounds.
Yep, deflected out of bounds, I believe. Oh, it's going to go the other way. So, again, these aggressive hands from the Tiger Cubs. We saw it all first half. It's paying off here in the second half as well. Quick give and go to get it down the far side. As she pulls it out for a jumper, and Zellers can't connect, but there's Plew on the offensive glass. Hunter with a quick one. This one rims out. Rice able to come up with that rebound. They're going down low to Ramey. She misses from point blank, and Rice coming in there to clean up the mess. Seeing some full court pressure here now from the Chargers. We'll see if this will create some problems here for the Tiger Cubs. Chavez able to get it over to Hunter. Another three-point shot, this time off the mark. Maybe finally now they're starting to cool off.
Yeah, they may just, I mean, they've got a nice big lead. I think they may just want to settle in and work the ball around and see what they can do with a careless turnover there.
As Dugard got on her back foot, kind of got out of sorts.
We'll see if this full court press hurts them at all.
Yeah, they're going to continue with it.
Got to get the ball across.
Chavez with a good skip pass. I've got a 3-on-2 opportunity, but with this lead, you're happy just pulling this one out. Hunter, we saw pull 2 from that same spot just moments ago. Blue with it from the elbow. Good skip pass over to Briones. Just over 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Hunter, elbow jumper extended. She's now missed her last 3 shots as Ramey corrals that rebound. They go right back to Rice, and she's getting going here early in the second half. Gives her 6th point and a chance for number 7. So we mentioned Rice kind of with a quiet first half with only 6 points. Only 3 minutes into the second half, she's already matched that number.
Yep, exactly. Not quite sure who that foul was on there.
Yeah, I couldn't pick that up as well. Rice with a good free throw shooting form, but can't hit. And quickly the other way is Greencastle. They swing this one around the top of the key. Producer filling us in. That last foul was on Chavez. That's her 2nd of the night. Chavez looking to get that ball inside, and we've got a travel, so a turnover now, and it looks like things are starting to head back kind of towards North Montgomery's favor, but they've got a lot more they've got to do to get back in this one.
Yeah, they definitely got a big hill to climb here, but the momentum has started to swing. Greencastle has definitely cooled off a little bit. Kind of a silly foul there, clearing the backcourt. No need to push that hard.
Yeah, you saw there Plu kind of with her hands a little bit behind her back, but using her chest there to create the contact. So we've got some substitutions coming into the game for the Tiger Cubs.
So we'll see if this has any bearing on it, but Greencastle's already got 3 fouls in this quarter, so we'll see how that plays out if we're going to send them to the line.
We saw a nice backdoor cut there from Rice. A little bit of padding in her stats as she misses the first one, but able to get the second one to go. Now quickly, again, is Greencastle beating that full court press.
Greencastle just needs to slow it down here, take their time, look for the open shot. There's no need to hurry.
So they tried to force that one into Plu, and it looks like that's what Coach Doug Greenlee is going to talk over with his team here as we have a 30-second timeout. I want to remind everyone that tonight's game is brought to you by Family Source Insurance. We have you covered. Auto, home, life, or business. Call Pat Cherry to get a quote today, 317-884-8046. Look to Family Source Insurance for all your needs. Email us at www.familysourceinsurance.com. They're also our post-game sponsor post-game sponsor. So we'll have a player of the game brought to you by them tonight. And we've got some good candidates if Greencastle's able to stick this one out and come out with their first win on their home court of the season.
Yeah, we definitely do. It's going to be interesting because they've really spread it around. It's not like just one person is doing all the scoring. They've got 3 or 4 girls that are all pretty equal scoring, so we'll see what's going to happen. And North Montgomery is really starting to lean on Katie Rice now, so we're going to see if she can bring them back in.
Looks like we're going to have a foul there on Welch on the reach-in. That's going to be her first of the night.
Fouls on North Montgomery's number 15, Maddie Welch.
So baseline out of bounds here for the Tiger Cubs. Sellers inbounds to Chavez. Halfway through this third quarter. Three-point shot up and in. Briones picking up right where she left off in that first quarter.
So I guess she wanted to let her teammates have some fun there in the second, and now she's picked it back up in the third. Nice pass right down low, but it got intercepted.
And we saw Dobbs hitting the floor, making the hustle play there. Briones now with 5 threes in this one. We mentioned 3 in that first quarter, now 2 in this third quarter. And for a team that shoots at 27%, they're making up for some of those misses earlier on in the season.
Absolutely. Quick foul there on number 15, Maddie Welch. That'll be the team's second.
We'll get another quick look at this here, Greg.
Nice form and nothing but net.
So Welch picking up a quick 2 here. Another baseline's out of bounds this time from the right side as they get it into Chavez again. Blue flashing, free throw line extended. Hard screen there. It looks like Plu is moving. So now she's going to pick up 3 fouls. I believe all 3 fouls have come in this second half. Substitutions here for North Montgomery. Dugard getting back into the game.
It was interesting. You could just hear Coach Greenlee there yelling at everybody to look at the clock and to play smart.
Sometimes you just have to remind your players that we don't need to keep going at that fast pace. We've got the lead. You can not get careless with it, but you can kind of slow things down and don't have to force the issue.
Absolutely.
Ramey going right towards the basket. Misses from the right side. Hunter pushing the other way, and here you see it. They're pulling it back and slowing it down.
That was a good look. That's what they need. They need to get those inside looks. You just got to put it in. Rimmed out.
Another turnover here for North Montgomery as those are starting to pile up. Chavez kicks it back out to Dobbs. Good aggressive curl there from Briones, making the defender come out and get a hand up on that shot. Scoop attempt from the right side, no good. from Chavez. Rebound there by Dugard. Another turnover. Heads up play by the freshman as she gets the bucket to go. Dobbs now with 4 points in the game. Under 2 to play here in the third quarter. We're going to have a blocking foul right in front of the bucket. I believe that is going to go against Chavez. You see the steal there from the freshman, just a heads-up play and an easy lay-in.
So fouls are starting to pile up just a little bit for Greencastle. That's 3 on Chavez now.
Yep.
Team's 5th.
3 players with 3 fouls. Hunter also with 3 and Plu with 3 as well.
Maddie Welch hits the first one.
Welsh, a senior, averaging 7 points per game. Also one of the best free throw shooting players on the team right there with Rice. It's 70% on the year. She connects on both. And we've got a 30-second timeout here by the Chargers. Tonight's game is brought to you by the IHSAA officials. Get involved in the game. Become an IHSAA official by contacting Sandra Walter at IHSAA.org/officials today. Stay in shape and make some extra money. Training classes start for the spring season now. Contact Sandra Walter today at 317-846-6601. So, Greg, we still see this lead at around 20 for Greencastle. I know you've hinted on it, but what do you think Coach Greenlee is telling his team in that 30-second break?
Yeah, they just need to slow it down. There's no need to keep trying to just shoot the threes, work it around. If you have a wide open look, I'd say take it. They're still hitting some, but there's no need to just keep pushing. Slow the game down and use that lead to your advantage.
And for the Chargers, you think Coach is telling them anything besides stay aggressive out there, just keep playing hard?
I think that's all they can do is play hard, stay looking inside.
As again, we see another 3 go up, this time off the mark is Dobbs. And it seems like Greencastle has finally cooled down a little bit from beyond the arc, but they've built up a big enough lead to force some of those misses. And there's Rice again. She's had 3 or 4 offensive rebounds in this third quarter, and she's really cashing in on them.
Yeah, that's 10 for her this quarter, and she's really pushing this team, doing everything she can. Quick foul there on number 20, Hadley Broadwater.
Broadwater, we haven't mentioned her name much tonight. But if you're coaching up now, you're all right at that foul. At least they're being aggressive, trying to force turnovers here, as that one was easily beat. Chavez taking the ball all by herself. Got a wedgie. Rice can't get up there. Let's see what the ref with the hops. Getting in on the action. Wonder if he was a player back in the day, showing off that jumping ability.
Yeah, I guess I'm really kind of surprised that Greencastle is still coming down and shooting the threes that quickly.
Love the replay there from our producer James, showing the athletic feet there by the referee, getting in, like we mentioned, on the action. Welch going to fire up a 3. Too strong. Another offensive rebound, trying to go quickly back up with it was Dugard. And she, I believe, I don't know if this one's on the ground or if she was in the act of shooting. We shall see. Briones picks up her first. They're going to say that one was on the ground, so baseline out of bounds here for the Chargers. 45 to play.
And Greencastle is going to be shooting the rest of the way in this game.
That's something that could definitely look to help them out, try and get back in this one in the fourth quarter. Another offensive rebound, too strong off the glass. Rice again getting in there, grabbing another offensive rebound. She has 4 or 5 of those in this quarter alone. Good attack off the dribble there. We'll see they count it. That's the freshman, Ramey, with the strong take to the hoop.
Basket by number 50, Piper Ramey is good. She will shoot 1.
See, she just fights through that contact there on the reach. Chance here for the 3-point play. Ramey had 4 points in that first half. Able to convert on that one. Got some substitutions coming into the game. Tiger Cubs able to get it in. Chavez working against two defenders right off the leg of Dugard. Lucky to get that one back. You can hear Coach saying, pull this out one shot. Some aggressive defense there from Broadwater as she picks up her second.
Foul is on North Montgomery's 20, Hadley Broadwater.
Hunter to inbound. Gets it into Dobbs, the freshman. Now 5 left in the quarter. Chavez looking to get a shot up. He's going to have to throw this one up. Off the mark there as we head into the final quarter here from Greencastle. The Tiger Cubs leading North Montgomery 41-28 here on IndianaSRN. Don't go anywhere. We'll have fourth quarter action coming your way here shortly.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
As we get ready here for the start of the fourth quarter here from Greencastle, Indiana, it is the home team, the Tiger Cubs, leading North Montgomery here by 13 points. And Greg, we were a little surprised by how the Tiger Cubs came out in that first half, knocking down what seemed like every three they were putting up. It seems like they've cooled off here in this second half. What are they going to have to do to hold on to this lead here and come out here with their first home victory?
Yeah, they came out and actually hit a couple right at the beginning of the third quarter, but now they've definitely cooled off. And I think with this kind of a lead, I think you just have to slow it down and keep looking for the good interior passes, seeing if you can get the shots. Quick foul there coming up on number 50, Piper Ramey. That's her first.
We kind of touched on that fouls might add up for Greencastle. So far they've got 3 players with 3 apiece, a couple with 2 as well, so that'll be something to watch for the rest of this game. As we've got the baseline out of bounds into Plough. Quick shot there, too strong. But a strong offensive rebound there by Chavez, fighting off 2 Charger players.
Gonna call a tie up.
And I think they're actually going to call her for an offensive foul. So that's going to give Chavez her 4th foul. Walsh over to Dugard. Gets it into Ramey. She's looked to attack from that right side all night long. Misses again. Another strong rebound there from Rice. That's where she did most of her damage in that third quarter. That time wasn't able to put it back up and in. Broadwater now with her 3rd foul. She's picked up all 3 here in the second half.
In the game for North Montgomery, number 24, Jalen Phillips.
Actually got a correction there from my producer. Chavez did not pick up the foul there. They just called a jump ball, so Chavez remains with 3 fouls. As she gets the ball past the half-court mark, quickly over to Hunter. In the third quarter, we would have saw her shoot that shot.
Exactly.
So good by her to pull it out and get a much better look there from the left side, streaking in. Is Briones. She's having herself quite the game.
Yeah, and that's exactly. If you get a layup, then take it. But there's really, with this kind of a lead, there's no need to necessarily be out there shooting threes. Nice drive in.
Quickly the other way is Dugard with it. Looks like we're going to have a foul there against number 24, Phillips. We're going to have some one-and-one opportunities going the rest of the way for both sides here in this one as Chavez heads to the line. She went to the line in the first quarter, missed her only free throw attempt. Chavez too strong off the back iron. Dugard able to come up with the rebound. Ramey going down low, one-on-one opportunity, and that is too easy there for Rice. She will make that 10 times out of 10. Now looking to get a trap. We've got a whistle on the far side. And I believe we have a timeout here from Greencastle.
Full timeout.
So we'll have a full timeout. We'll step away here shortly. Don't go anywhere here on IndianaSRN.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter. Never miss an upcoming game. Any updates you need, we'll have them on our page. And we've got an interesting one here heading into the final minutes of this fourth quarter. 6:35 remaining. We've seen Greencastle with around a 20-point lead for much of this one. North Montgomery was able to chip back away there in that third quarter thanks to a big outburst there from Rice.
Yeah, she definitely kind of got the scoring going. They just couldn't get close enough. I think they got it down to about 13, and that was about as close as they could ever get it.
So now the deficit is 11 here, and it's the Tiger Cubs with the ball. Hunter with the shot fake. Got a foul called, so she's going to head to the line for some free throws. I believe that foul is going to go against Phillips. Sorry, 23, sorry. So that one's going to go against the freshman Cadence Young. We're seeing her in the game for the first time tonight. Hunter strong off that back iron as well. We've seen that from Chavez right before that. So maybe that's something we see here in the rest of the fourth.
They've just reversed the call.
Good job by the officials to come together and get that one right. But I was going to say, maybe that's something we see Coach Ryan up now kind of lean on here in this fourth quarter. Maybe they elect to foul more and try and make Greencastle hit from the free throw stripe. Briona's going to pull it out. Trying to work against this defense. Hunter baseline drive. And that is an easy call there for the referee. And we saw that twice in the first half, actually. You would think that Hunter would kind of learn from that and not be so aggressive, but she took that right at the chest of the defender.
Definitely, and that's her fourth.
Yeah.
So we're going to see how that plays out the rest of the game. We'll see if Coach Greenlee leaves her in or takes her out. Looks like they've taken her out.
Yep. As Welch brings this one over the timeline. Still seeing some good pressure here from the Greencastle defense. And now you can see they're putting two defenders down there on Rice, making sure that ball doesn't get in there.
Yeah, they're going to make her work for everything she's going to get now. They just really stacked two people right on top of her and said anybody else we'll take our chances with.
The three's still being fired up. Too strong there. Chavez almost came down with that one. Looks like that one's going to trickle out of bounds. Last touch by North Montgomery, so the ball stays with the Tiger Cubs.
Unlucky break there. North Montgomery looked like they had it, just too close to the end line.
Set to inbounds is Zellers from the right side of the baseline. Gets it into Chavez. As they swing this one around the horn, looking to go down low to Plough. They're going to pull this one back out. 4-out set here are the Tiger Cubs.
Definitely not looking to shoot now. They really just look like they're looking to pass the ball. If they get a layup, it looks like they might take it, but they're just pulling everything back out.
Yeah, but you can see even here at half court, they're going to stand with it until North Montgomery comes up and pressures the ball.
Yeah, they're watching to see if they're going to get that 5 count started from the official, and if they're not, they're content to just stand there.
Yep, rightfully so. That's exactly, I'm sure, what Coach Greenlee has been telling him in these last few huddles. Ooh.
Big collision.
Hard foul there from Rice. She went right at Chavez, so Chavez is going to head to the line, and it looks like Rice came up holding her chest a little bit, and that one took a hard hit.
North Montgomery foul on number 31, Katie Rice, at the line for the Tiger Cubs, Reagan Chavez.
Chavez still looking to knock down her first free throws of the night. She's been there 2 times before. Only a 43% free throw shooter on the year. And again, too strong. North Montgomery still trailing by 11 here with under 4.5 to play in the final frame.
You can see North Montgomery just does not shoot the 3. They've had several looks and just aren't going to take it. With the travel there, she started to move into the lane.
And we've seen that a few times from Ramey where she'll get that ball, she's looking to go to that right side, and her feet just get a little too quick before the ball can get down.
Oh, and total just disaster there.
Yeah, that one trickles out of bounds.
Just threw it out of bounds.
So ball going to go right back to the Chargers. So we've got some substitutions coming into the game. We've got a 4 across look here to try and get this inbound. First look was going to Rice. We'll see if they can get it back to her. And that looked like where Dugard wanted to go. She just kind of bobbled it and ended up double dribbling, but it looked like she wanted to scoop that ball right into Rice at the front of the rim. So full court pressure remains here for the Chargers.
Turnovers for North Montgomery starting to add up in this second half.
Hunter back in the game, and she has gone cold from the three-point mark in this second half, missing 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, I'm really surprised she took it that quick.
As Rice can't connect on the first, quickly gets it back. She's going to have a chance at 2 more here. That's been her game all night long, just doing damage around the rim. I believe that's on Chavez. Timeout coming our way. It's a full by North Montgomery, so we'll step away here on IndianaSRN.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably can help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
As we're back here with 3:54 to play in the fourth quarter, it's the home team leading North Montgomery 43-32, and Coach Knupp now taking his time talking this one over with his team. And Greg, what can you expect he's telling them here with these final minutes to go?
Yeah, I got to believe he just wants them to stay aggressive. You know, they're down and they've got to try to get back in it. So they just need to play smart but play aggressive and really try to go after the ball.
And Rice with an opportunity here if she knocks down both of these to bring this back within double digits for the first time since about halfway through that second quarter.
Yeah, 2 shots, and now I think both teams with 9 fouls, so we're going to be shooting 2 the rest of the way here on both sides.
We got to give Katie Rice a lot of credit. She only had 6 points in that first half. Wasn't really a factor, and she came out in that second half and instantly made her presence known.
Yeah, she did. She came out with 10 right there in that third quarter, and that really seemed to light a fire, and it would be nice if we can get some other scoring, but she's just been it.
She knocks down both from the free throw line now with 4 points in this fourth quarter. And Chavez was tripped up there, so a foul coming against North Montgomery. So they're going to give that one to Welsh. Now her third foul. So we've mentioned Chavez has struggled from the line tonight. Still looking for her first make. I believe she's going to get 2 here this time around. Chavez on the night with only 2 points. She's been kind of a hustle player, taking care of the ball for the offense as she knocks that one down, and you hear the crowd was waiting for it.
Yeah, I think they really wanted to get her going. She averages only about 4 points a game, but she has really been the hustle tonight as she gets the second one.
And she seems like the kind of player that just does a little bit of everything for him. You mentioned the 5 points, but she also averages, I believe, 7 rebounds and 2.3 steals, so she's just very active on both sides of the ball. Right there to Rice as this one bounces in and out, hit every part of the rim.
Yeah, Rice has had several of those that have just been unlucky. They've been right there and just can't put it down.
Yeah, she seems to really like that right side block. That's where she's gotten most of her buckets tonight. We've got a travel. We saw there in the background Coach Greenlee trying to get a timeout before that could happen, but another turnover here for the Tiger Cubs.
And that's exactly. North Montgomery's doing what they've got to do. They're trapping. They're really trying to hustle. Still going to be tough with down 11, but we'll see what happens.
Ramey again missing from the right side, getting her own rebound and putting it right back up and in. There's another foul from number 20. That's Broadwater picking up her 4th.
North Montgomery foul on number 20, Hadley Broadwater. At the line for the Tiger Cubs, number 5, Reagan Chavez.
So Chavez again going back to the line, and maybe this is something that Coach Nupnow really said, hey, if Chavez has the ball in her hand, let's get a quick foul. As the first one is up and good. So she seemed to find her rhythm there at the stripe. As you hear Phillips make her way back into the game for the Chargers. Ten-point deficit here for the Chargers, and Chavez adding to it.
Yeah, 4 free throws in a row there. That's nice.
Welch trying to work against Zellers. Zellers picks up the foul, so now we're going to have free throws the other way. Third foul of the night for Anna Zellers. Welch made a trip to the line back in the third quarter, was able to knock down both of those. Welch, a senior, a solid guard, point guard for this Chargers team. This Chargers team actually having a pretty solid season by their standards. This is looking to be Coach Nupnow's first winning season with the Chargers, and he's been there for 7 seasons. Quick turnover the other way, can't miss from point blank. Welch again able to get this one to go. So now a 7-point game with under 3 to go. I believe we're going to have a timeout called here by Coach Greenlee. We're waiting to see if it's a full or a 30-second timeout. He had an issue with the clock there as it was still running after the timeout. I believe this is a full timeout, but we will keep it here. Want to remind everyone that tonight's game is brought to you by Basketball Weekly, an in-depth look at Indiana high school basketball with Troy D and Coach Keith Myers every Monday on IndianaSRN.org and the sports page. Guess upcoming schedules and much more on Basketball Weekly. Well, I think it'll be closer to about 3 minutes on the clock here. And North Montgomery is slowly chipping away at that lead.
They are. They've come out really aggressive, and they're trying to do what they can. Here's that inbounds, and just literally stood right in front of it. Got one shot, missed it, got the rebound, put another one up, and got it. So, again, down to 7, and we'll see with the time left. They've clearly got some time. So it's just going to be, can they keep the aggressive nature of the way they've been playing up and keep whittling away at this lead?
So it looks like they put about 4 or 5 more seconds back on the clock after it ran after the timeout. But with about 3 to play, you've still got plenty of time to work with here if you're the Chargers, so you don't necessarily have to be looking for fouls right away. You can still play some strong defense, just have to get up there and be aggressive.
Absolutely, and this full court pressure has really kind of, I think, gotten Greencastle a little bit out of their rhythm.
So you see they're trying to trap there. Looks like they're going to get this one over. Zellers over to Briones, and she's going to pull this one out. Now they're going for the double team. Good call there by the Chargers, but using the hands. Picking up the foul is Phillips.
At the line for the Tiger Cubs, Evelyn Briones.
Phillips now with 3 fouls. Briones heading to the line for the first time tonight. The sophomore came out on fire in that first quarter and then picked right back up where she left off in the third. She's having herself quite the game. Now with 18 points on the night is the sophomore, looking to make it 19. And she does. Pushes this lead back up to 9. Going into Ramey. She's going to go up from the right side, able to connect.
Again, that's that right side again. She's definitely, that's the strong arm there. She really likes that right side.
We'll see if this is an out-of-bounds call. Indeed it is. Coach Nupp now going to bring in some more substitutions. So it looks like Nupp now is trying to go offense, defense here. Chavez able to get it into Briones. And I think late in this game, Briones is the player you'd want to have the ball in her hand. She shoots it at 79% from the free throw stripe. Hunter able to pull it back out. Now Plouffe, free throw line extended. Briones, hey, if it was the first quarter, that shot's going up and in. She had a little twinkle in her eye. She wanted that one badly.
She wanted it for sure.
Hunter able to be strong with the ball to pick up the foul and head to the line again.
Looks like foul on Ramey, number 50 there. That's her second tonight. That'll put Emma Hunter back to the line.
She's unable to connect on her first trip. This time knocks it down. Here you see Rice back into the game, so they are indeed trying to switch out players, offense, defensive side. Under 2 to play here. Hunter connects on both. Having herself a nice game with 11 points, right around her season average. Skip pass over to Dugard. Now into Ramey as she attacks the defense. Good kick out there. And finally, North Montgomery able to hit from beyond the arc. I believe that's their first 3 of the game. That was Broadwater knocking it down.
North Montgomery foul is on number 33, Lydia Dugard.
Get another look at it here. Just a quick pass out to her and a friendly roll. So now we've got Chavez again back at the line. We've seen her make her last 4 after going 0 for 3 to start. Just a bit short on that one. 6-point game with 1:30. So they ruled that a 2 actually. So a 7-point game now with 1:36 left as that one rattles out. Ball going to stay with the Tiger Cubs, and you can hear the crowd on their feet for this one. They can sense this one's almost in their grasp.
Into the game for North Montgomery, number 23, Cadence Young, and number 24, Jadalyn Phillips.
A couple substitutions here for the Chargers making their way in. Box set out of bounds from the baseline. Good look there, and Welsh able to come in and poke it away. Heads up play by Welsh under the basket. Now the Tiger Cubs set to inbound from the far baseline. Far side of the baseline. Get it into Plu. They're going to pull this one out and try and get some more clock taken off. Hunter dribbles all the way around the court to get this one over to Briones. She's trapped over there. Just kind of throws it away. Looks like we're going to have a tie-up here between Plu and Welsh. Ball's going to stay with Greencastle. Hunter set to inbound right in front of us.
Have definitely upped the pressure.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of
Greencastle is really struggling now against this pressure.
As Ramey just rips that one away from Hunter. They're going to have to get some quick shots here. So Dugard able to attack against the defense and gets the lay-in. I believe it's Dugard that's going to pick up the foul. Actually, I believe it's going to be Ramey. I'm sorry, it is indeed
Dugard. Her first.
So she's sending Hunter back to the line, who just knocked down two just about a minute ago.
So Emma Hunter's hit 3 out of 4 tonight from the line.
Yeah, this could be a much closer game if Chavez didn't step up and hit 4, and then we saw Briones able to knock down both of her looks, and now Hunter able to hit 3 out of 5 here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they've definitely shot above their season average here tonight.
Rice from the left side wasn't able to get that one to fall from point blank as she jumps on the ball. It's going to stay with the Chargers. Rice pretty much doing exactly what she's done all year, around 15 points and 10 rebounds for her. Get this one quickly into Welsh. Short corner is Dugard. Looks like her back foot was on the line. Tough break there for the Chargers. So some more substitutions here for North Montgomery. Looks like Rice is struggling a little bit.
Yeah, not sure what's going on there. She kind of was grabbing that her teammate there, and now the trainers are coming out.
So we'll take a quick break here on IndianaSRN. We'll be right back for the conclusion of this one. We're back here after the break, and Maddie Plu laying it in from the left side to build this lead up to 8. Quick miss there from the Chargers. Offensive rebound. No, they're going to say travel there from number 23, Cadence Young. See that quick lay-in here. Just a good find by Chavez. You can hear the Charger faithful yelling foul as Hunter.
And they call an intentional foul, so that'll be 2 shots and the ball back.
So this should just about seal it up here for Greencastle.
yard at the line for Greencastle, number 24, Emma Hunter.
Hunter with 13 points on the night. Give her 14. She's been a big part of this win here for the Tiger Cubs. Still 24 seconds remaining, but now a 10-point game, and the Tiger Cubs are going to regain possession.
Yeah, North Montgomery just was a little bit too late with their push to get back in this.
Chavez holding it, getting it over to Briones. She's going to be fouled. We'll see who they chalk this one up to.
Looks like Hadley Broadwater will pick up that. I have her for 5.
I do as well. So she picked up all 5 of those fouls here in the second half. Briones going to take her second trip to the line tonight. She was 2 for 2 earlier in this fourth quarter. We've mentioned the game she's had. She pretty much shot lights out. Able to do most of her damage here from the three-point line.
Yeah, she's had 5 3-pointers tonight. Makes that free throw.
If you're these Greencastle girls, you have to feel good about this one, just knowing they were finally able to get a win on their home court, but also that it took a little bit of everything from multiple players. They didn't rely too heavily on one player.
Right, it was not just on one for sure. They really passed it around. Another foul down here on this end.
Looks like that's going to go against number 24, Phillips, so that'll be her 4th.
Foul is on North Montgomery's number 24, Jadalyn Phillips.
Hunter's been good from the free throw line here in the second half. Hitting 5 of 7 so far.
Into the game for the Tiger Cubs, number 15, Carissa Trigg, and number 2, Allie Dobbs.
So you hear some more subs coming in for the Tiger Cubs. Allie Dobbs getting into the game, and Carissa Trigg, the sophomore, getting into the game for the first time. As Hunter can't connect on the second. Welsh bringing the ball over the other way as she gets a lay-in from the right side. And that's going to do it here from the McAnally Center. You can hear this crowd. They're fired up as Tiger Cubs come away with their first home win tonight, defeating North Montgomery 59-48. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back here for the Family Source Insurance post-game show.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Post-game show here on IndianaSRN, made possible by Family Source Insurance. Before we get into the final stats and our player of the game, we'd like to touch on our upcoming schedule here on IndianaSRN. On Thursday, we've got a couple games. We've got Heron at Heritage Christian. That's boys varsity starting at 7:30. And then we've got a doubleheader on the girls' side for the City Alliance tournament at Cathedral. So we'll have 2 semifinal games there, the first starting at 6 and the next at 7:30. Then on Friday night, we have the City Alliance Championship at Cathedral. That one will start at 7:30 for the girls. We've also got another 2 7:30 games on the boys' side, Covenant Christian at Gearing Catholic, and also Crawfordsville at Bethesda. Those both start at 7:30. Then on Saturday, we've got some Circle City Wrestling Finals at Chittard. That will start at 9 a.m. We've also got Providence Cristo Rey at Chittard. That's boys varsity basketball. That will start at 2:30 in the afternoon. And then following that up, we'll have Edgewood at Greencastle boys varsity. That starts at 7:30 on Saturday night. So we've got a busy weekend here on Indiana SRN. And now, Greg, it's time for our player of the game. We've got a couple different candidates we've kind of touched on throughout this one, but who are you leaning towards?
Yeah, I'm really kind of leaning towards Greencastle's Evelyn Briones. She came out, just really started the game strong with 9 points in that first quarter, and then really hit a lot of free throws there at the end of the game. She ended up with 19 points, and I think for me, that's who I would say is the player of the game.
Yep, Evelyn Briones, only the sophomore, comes into the game averaging about 6 points per game. So you mentioned well over her average. She was a big difference maker and really set the tone. And I know we touched on this throughout the game, but that first half was so fun to watch because they were just knocking down threes left and right. And I think that was the biggest reason why they won this game. They hit over 10 threes, and you look on the other side, North Montgomery only made one all game, and that came in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and as you were looking at some of these replays here, you can see Evelyn Briones taking those threes and just nailing them. And I think that was the key. And as you say, they Greencastle really spread the scoring around. We talked about that at the beginning of the game, that they just could not rely on Emma Hunter to do everything, and they didn't. They came out and really started spreading it around, and that was a huge key to have two players in double figures, another person with 9. That's what they really needed, and I'm sure they're going to be really happy to get their first win this year on the home floor for first-year coach Doug Greenlee.
So we'll take one final break here on the Family Source Insurance post-game show. We'll have the final stats and everything else you need before we send you on your way here on Indiana SRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Indiana SRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Welcome back here to the Family Source Insurance post-game show here on Indiana SRN. We want to remind everyone one last time that this broadcast is copyrighted by Indiana SRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, video, and audio without written express permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. And Greg, we already touched on our player of the game, Evelyn Briones, but let's look real quick at North Montgomery. They had a few players stand out and really kind of try and fight back and claw their way into this one. We had Maddie Welsh with 9 points. And then we also had Katie Rice with 20, most of them coming in the second half. And then also we had the freshman Piper Ramey at 11. And then on the other side we had Greencastle. It was Reagan Chavez with 6. Anna Zellers with 9. We mentioned Briones, our player of the game, with 19. Hunter also had, I believe, 15 points. Allie Dobbs added 4, and Madison Plew added 4 as well. So one final time here, Greg, what were your takeaways from this one?
Well, I think my takeaway immediately was the three-point shooting in the first half. That was just absolutely incredible, and that's Greencastle was just hitting them and got out to that big lead, and North Montgomery could just not ever overcome that. And that, I think, was really the key to the game. And Greencastle really spread it around, and we talked about early that's what they had to do. They had to find some scoring from other people, and they had a lot of people really step up tonight.
We mentioned this could be a sectional preview. Both of these teams in the sectional at Danville. North Montgomery falling to 11-7 on the year. Their next game will be against Danville at home on Friday. As for Greencastle, they move to 3-15 on the year. Their next game, I believe, will be at North Putnam on January 11th, so they've got some time off here before they get back on the court. We want to thank Nick Lewis, our expert out there at Greencastle, getting everything to us tonight. Also our producer James doing a wonderful job filling us in, showing us everything we needed to see tonight. I'm Ben Wood for Greg Smith. We want to thank everyone for watching tonight. Thank you for tuning in. You can go back and watch this one at IndianaSRN.org. And one final time, the score here tonight was Greencastle on top, 59-48. Thank you, James, one last time. We want to thank everyone for watching and have a great night.